What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the BTSI Show. I'm your host, Crystal J. Thank you guys for tuning in. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. It was my mother-in-law's birthday, and my son brought a balloon home. Go that way. Thank you. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get started. Also, people in fan base, thank you for tuning in. We are going live simulcast. We're going live from YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and fan base. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get started. Do myself a favor. Like this video. Subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on all social links and locations in the description. $sign the BTSI show. It's a cash app. Participate, waive all rights to privacy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one local person will get $100. And if I'm in a good mood, maybe 2 or 3 people will get some cash app giveaways as well. Is it going to be $100? No, but you're going to get something. So let's go ahead and get started. This is Late Night District. Where's my motherfucking dirt is? All right, so let's get started. So you guys saw the thumbnail. We are still talking about Will and Jada. For those who are watching on YouTube, Facebook, and X, excuse me, I gotta stop calling it Twitter. The couple on your left, that's me and my wife in 2016 when we got married. And obviously the couple on your left is pretty much dead. Just a quick recap. Jada has a book. How did that thing get over there? 1 second. God damn it. Okay. This balloon starting to give me a headache. I'm putting it right there. Okay. So, Jada has a book coming out. I guess it's a tell-all book where she's going to detail how she separated from Will in 2016. Physically, of course. But legally, they're still married. She has not came around to signing the papers. Or filing the papers, excuse me. So, here we are. Now, of course, that leaves a lot of questions. Like I said earlier in my previous stream, what was the slap for if you guys are separated? Matter of fact, you guys are separated, why you with this chick in public? Or better yet, why didn't you just go through the divorce? So that way people, you guys may would have been in the blogs for maybe what we know now. We would talk about this situation for like a week or two. And guess what? The world keeps spinning. Back to the media. Let's find something else to talk about. You'd have been fine. She could have been with her deceased lover in Tupac. Will would have been sleeping with the chick that played Harley Quinn in the James Gunn's rendition of Suicide Squad. We'd have moved on from this. This would have been nothing. But you guys they're still holding on to it. They're still dragging it out. And you see what that has gotten everybody. You got a man that was well respected, now looking like a whole sucker out here. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the term simp doesn't apply to husbands, though, especially the way people are trying to make it out to be. However, when it comes to the Will Smiths of the world, excuse me, this is why simps need to go after the woman that wants them equally, just as much as they want them. Because when a simp always crashes out for the wrong chick that doesn't reciprocate that same love that he gives her, this is what happens. You get Will and Jada. I can't they got married in 97. Obviously, they was there together before then, but let's just count the marriage years. 97, 7, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. For the past 26 years, Will Smith's testicles has literally been in Jada's purse, if not in her pants, because she wore the pants in the family, from what it seems like. This is why simps need to stop going after women that don't want them, because you're going to end up like Will and Jada. So to the simps out there, I hope this is a lesson. Real talk. Now, why are we having this conversation today, this evening, if I already talked about this? Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do the marriage series. We're gonna go through the marriage series that I created, and what we're gonna do is we're going to tell you, we're gonna see where Will and Jada got this wrong. Now, for those on YouTube, Twitter, and X, Jesus Christ, YouTube, Facebook, and X, I'm panning from one camera angle to another. I got two cameras, three. One camera is for you guys. The other camera is fan base. So I'm going back and forth, back and forth. So this is, oh, I'm sorry. Who we got? Apricot Jackson in the building. What's going on, brother? Butterfly Jones, H-Town debate. You had hair. Oh, that was a classic episode. I still remember that episode. That was hilarious. 26 years is a very long time to be glit. Too damn long. Too damn long. But let's go to the marriage series. Because yes, I'm supposed to be doing the marriage series. A recorded version so it can be polished. I tried it, y'all. The time availability that I have, trust me, it'll be sluggish. I think this is the best time to do it. So let's do it in this format and let's see what we get. Hopefully, you guys retain the knowledge that I give. Now, in my marriage series, I have 4 parts. Now, in part 1, there's 5 steps. So let's go through that first, because we're going to find out where did Will and Jada get this all screwed up. In part 1 of my marriage series, the first step is to know your strength. The question is, did Will Smith know his strengths when it comes to being in a relationship? What is Will Smith's strengths? We know he's a good hold on, let me go to my YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what's going on. Jess, how you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, I met Jess a long time ago in a Clubhouse. Good people. The what's what I'm looking for, and also we do foreign exchange. I need to get back into it, but all right, let's go. So I'm glad you pulled up, Jess. Thank you for tuning in. Now, I can't tell you from a strong point what Will Smith's strengths are. Maybe traditional values. When it comes to traditional values, it looks like Will is there because he doesn't really believe in the ideas of divorce. He's like, we get together, we stay together. Bad marriages for life. Oh God, talk about a saying that should never been uttered out of their fucking mouths. So I want to say that Will Smith's strength is he has home training. He knows how to be a provider, protector, that type of stuff. So he has traditional values. That's Will Smith's strength. So what is his weakness? Because that's step 2. You have to, just like you know your strength in a marriage, you got to know what your weaknesses are. Because you got to either turn your weaknesses into strengths, or you have to really monitor it and be careful when you enter certain situations so you don't compromise yourself. And 1 second, y'all. I don't like how this is coming out. 1 second. Sorry. Okay, that's as good as it gets. So, what is Will Smith's weakness? where do we start? If you ask me, his weakness is he cannot take charge. He cannot take the lead. That's his problem. The reason why I say that's a problem is this. See, when it comes to the standards, and we'll get to that in the next step, outside of his strength meaning he provides stability, he provides period, and he's a protector. He's not he's not that leader. He cannot put his foot down or anything like that. He will cower under pressure, which is Jada. And not only do I think Jada identified that weakness, she exploited it. Now, with that being his weakness, you can see why it's good to know where you fall in this chart, so that way before you can get into a situation, you know what you're going through. Now, I want you and I should have prefaced this before we jumped in. Part one of my marriage series has everything to do before you even start dating. You have to prioritize yourself first. You got to make sure you're right before you get in that market. So, step one is to know your strengths. Step two is to know your weaknesses. And Will Smith has a plethora of weaknesses, but the biggest one that I believe is that he cowers under pressure of his wife. He, also you could say he's just a flat out simp, which is his weakness. Because what the hell are you doing chasing a woman that doesn't want you? Big mistake. So let's get to um, step three, which is to know your role, know who you are. What are those three things that explains you, that identifies you? Now, in the case of Will Smith, let's put, like I said, stability, provision, protection. Put that to the side, because I tell men, do not bring that to me when we have this conversation. Because if I ask you what's three things that describe you, I don't want to hear you provide stability. I don't want to hear that you're a good provider. I don't want to hear you're a protector. I don't want to hear that from no men. You know why I don't want to hear that? Because that's genuinely what all men should have. Period. I don't care where you fall in on the totem pole. All men should have those three things. So put that to the side. Are you a leader? How well do you have acts of servitude? Meaning, meaning not only can I leave, I can serve my family as well. I can come off my throne and show you how to do this thing. Are you a good listener? Do you value the friendship? How well do you love? Can you love? So on and so forth. These are things that should read like a name, like a name badge. Instead of my name, Crystal J, you could put great leader, great listener. Uh, I can I sacrifice. I go out my way to sacrifice that type of stuff. You guys know what I've been doing for the past couple of days. Well, fan base, you guys don't, but for the past days, Tuesday I had a bad day, which was a slow Tuesday for me. Everything went wrong, including my wife's car. I had to spend half of my day getting that fixed, and I'm gonna spend another half a day getting that car back, and I'm losing money by doing this. But that's neither here or there. I'm willing to go above and beyond what the average person would do to make sure that my family is comfortable. My family doesn't have to want for anything, so on and so forth. See, somebody got to tell Will Smith, what are those three things that identifies you? I'm curious to see what he says. Like I said, I don't want to hear he provides stability, provision, protection. I don't want to hear none of that, because all men are supposed to do that. What are the other three things that describes you? So let's get that to the side. Step four: Build your wife. Uh-oh. What is build your wife? Excuse me, build your spouse. It's entitled Build Your Spouse, but in this case, we're talking about Will Smith. So, build your wife. Since he's into women and only women, allegedly. But let's continue. Just like you have three things that describe Will Smith, you need to find three things that you want in a wife. What are your three standards? Your three non-compromisable standards. Meaning these three things have to be here or it's a no-go. Now, don't say the following. She has to be fit, friendly, feminine, submissive, cooperative. I don't want to hear that bullshit not one time. You know why? Because generally that's something that all women should do. Now when it comes to the fit part, that's a little bit subjective because of genetics and whatever the case may be. I'm willing to bend the rules on that, compromise the rules to that to a degree. But that's what you hear when men say what they want in a girl, what they want in a wife. Stability, provision, protection. She got to be fit. She got to be friendly, blah, 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 blah. Let's try something else, like some other good qualities. How about, you know what? Let's do this. Damn, I do not have it. How would I get that? Oh, I won't be able to get it. You know what? Let me try something. Please. Nah, let me not do that. So when it comes to standards, I don't want to mess up anything I got going on because I'm doing all this through the iPad. So when it comes to things you want in a wife, standards, I'll give you at least two because these two describes my wife. And these two things alone is why I have this on my hand and she has the other one on her hand. It's very hard to find a unselfish woman, especially one that puts the family first. Family values is probably a good standard that you want all women to have, meaning there's nothing that comes before family. Obviously, she can have her dreams and goals, but you need to remember you are a wife first and a mother second. Now, does this mean that the man is going to be completely, utterly useless and take advantage of that? No, I don't condone that. Matter of fact, if I see that crap, I'm just going to tell the woman, leave that situation. I'll walk you out. And if homeboy gets mad, he can deal with me. You need to find the standards that fits them. Like I said, she got family values. She puts the family first. Also, she has great discernment. Let me tell you about her and her discernment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm usually right about everything. Any decision that I made before August 1st, 2013, I'm usually right about. And history has shown me to be right. I never had so much of a bad win-loss record when it comes to that woman in there. We've been together for 10 years. December will make 7 years we've been married. I could count on one hand how many times she told me to do something. She suggested for me to do something. I did the other thing, and she was right. I was wrong, like dead wrong. And I'm sitting there looking stupid, like, what the fuck? Because I usually write all the time. But when I had to swallow my pride and take myself out of the situation, really just look at everything from a bird's eye view, it's like, oh, this is what she means. I said, okay, this makes sense now. So it's always good to have a woman with good discernment. Now, listening, caring, having good characteristics, yeah, those are good standards as well to have as well. But dig a little deeper than that. That's a little bit generic. To find a woman that puts her family first and makes great decisions, so you could lean on her wisdom as well, is a great thing to have, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, uh, side note, ladies, family discernment, uh, excuse me, family value and discernment. You had those two things, and you come across the right guy. I promise you, you're gonna have one of these on your finger. Well, you're gonna have a better version of this on your finger. I just got a plain old wedding band um, between my wife, my mother, and I don't know how my little sister got involved. They won't allow me. They won't allow me to put diamonds on the ring because it looks away, and only because I seen the Power intro video and I like how the diamonds look and I want to put on me. And they was like, "You're gonna be looking like a pimp," blah 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 blah. And I could kind of see how they say that. So, like I said, discernment. I gotta listen to discernment. And I was like, "Hey, well, my mother, my wife, and my sister agrees, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that later." So, yeah, those are the standards. Now, when it comes to the preferences, what you have to make sure the standards are met first. Fellas, I know she got to be slim waist, nice butt, excuse me, nice lower body, natural hair, no makeup, that all that goofy shit. Look, that's fine. You're entitled to your preferences, but you need to make sure you don't forget the standards of what you want in a woman. Find those first, and once you do that, then you can go play around with the filters of what she has to be, what she has to look like. Because preferences can be compromised, ladies and gentlemen. Standards cannot, because that means you are settling for less. And it's safe to say that Will Smith was settling for less when it comes to his legal wife. Now, we got that out the way. Step five, the final step of part one is real simple. Um, if four was create your step four was create your spouse. Number five is to research your spouse. Research, ladies and gentlemen, who, what, when, where, how, and why. All of those have to be answered. Who, with all your standards and your purposes, and you already lined up, you got to find out who do you want to talk to. What about this individual you see in her that you want to make a wife? When do you want to approach her? Where do you want to approach her at? How are you going to do that? And why does all of this make sense at the end? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this. It's always best to marry your best friend or somebody that's in your circle. That's probably the best option because they know you and you know them, and you're not gonna let any goofy motherfucker just hang around you, that type of stuff. So usually, uh, friends get first dibs at being that road. Now, do you have to marry your best friend? Do you have to marry someone in your circle? No, you don't. But it's always recommended. Based off of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, granted, yes, he's an actor. She is a actor. I'll give her a couple of hood classics, but nevertheless, these two are not the same. These two don't roam in the same circles. You saw what Jada was and who she was attracted to growing up. That wasn't that's not Will Smith at all. Not even a little bit. And it would be a sucker move if he were to conform himself to be something that he's not. See, had he just actually had he just did step four in the marriage series, step five would have been a breeze. There are a plethora of women. Now, I don't know too much about his first wife and why that didn't work. That's none of my business. I don't care to get into that. But um, if you date somebody that's already in your circle or has the same align with the same values as you do, you would not waste 26 years with somebody that you should never been with. And that's just part one of the marriage series, ladies and gentlemen. This is where most people screw up. They don't screw up when you get to the dating stage. They don't screw up when they get to the exclusive stage. They don't even screw up when they get to the marriage. They screwed up as soon as they left the blocks. Will Smith botched part one of my marriage series. Completely botched it. And he's not the only one. There are plenty of people walking around who goes into this market with the wrong mentality and the wrong equipment, the wrong prerequisites of marriage. Because they did that, now you can bring up the divorce rate. Now you can bring up how many people are not married. Now you can bring up irreconcilable differences in that conversation. If you guys go through my marriage series, you guys are not going to get divorced. Well, I don't want, let me not sound like that. If you guys go through my marriage series, you are less likely to be in the headache that you may be in right now. I'm not saying all of y'all in there. I'm just talking about to those who apply. Granted, none of us is going to be in the situation of Will and Jada, unless you're a simp. Simps, whoever's watching, this is what happens when you go after a woman that don't want you. Let Will Smith be a lesson moving forward. And I thought I dropped a link. Well, I'm so not paying attention to what I'm doing. With the day I had, I just said, fuck it. I'm so sorry. Let me pin that to the top. All right, good. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is why their marriage failed. Will Smith never knew his strengths. Well, Will Smith did know his strengths. He didn't care to correct his weaknesses. He doesn't know who he is as far as those three standards that describes him. He don't have the three. He thought he knew the standards that he wanted in his wife, but he conflated preferences and standards, and he got Jada. And had he did that right, he would already know where his wife is at. The person he was supposed to be with. Ladies and gentlemen, Will and Jada was never meant to get married. Never meant together. And some of y'all think I'm gauging in hyperbole. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Jada said this on Red Table Talk several times. So, needless to say, I'm just confirming what this evil lady had did. Well, let me not call her an evil lady because, like I said, this is number one. Jada's in control of this whole situation, this whole entire relationship. Because if I to shoot Jada any type of bell, she did not want to be with Will. She's been telling this dude to move on. This ain't what you want. If you want to come on, Jess, you could just keep your camera off and just keep your mic on. It's up to you. The panel's open, ladies and gentlemen. I honestly think she's a witch. Possibly. I will be in her. Will I be in Baltimore? Do I have any reason to go to Baltimore that weekend? I'm gonna be in Virginia. Well, my hotel's in Virginia. I'm gonna be in DC literally all day Saturday and night. So nah, I don't. I'm not gonna have no time to go to Boston because go to Baltimore because my plane leaves at an earlier enough time in the morning. So, damn, lost my train of thought just like that. Ain't nothing. I hate that this. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Jada did not want to be with Will Smith. Will Smith was persistent. Like, ladies and gentlemen, this is equivalent, and I mentioned this earlier. This is equivalent to Steve Urkel and Laura Winslow. The only difference is Laura grew to love Steve, and granted, when they did the final episode, the final episode, it left on a high note that they are, oh yeah, they were engaged to get married, and they're gonna live happily ever after, or whatever the case may be. In the case of Will and Jada, Jada said, "You know what? Fuck it, I might as well." And you might as well consist of 26 years of what the fuck. You literally wasted 26. I could say you wasted. Yeah, no, I still got to hold that against it. You wasted 26 years of this man, where you should have really just, if you're as dominant as you say, you should have just put your foot down and said no. No means no. Leave me alone. I will call the police. Okay, just come on up anytime whenever you're ready. Part of me, and ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong. Part of me does not feel sorry for Will. I want to make sure I make that abundantly clear. Part of me do not feel sorry for Will Smith, and also, but I will say this: while I pour myself some water. I stopped saying this for the respect of others, because this is something they don't want to hear. Oops. What that is? Okay. During that Oscar slap heard around the world, maybe Jess could vouch for this, because I said this on Clubhouse, and y'all, for the record, because of the new updates on Clubhouse, I'm no longer on Clubhouse. I'm on Fanbase, as you guys can see. So you guys hit me up there. I'm gonna open up a room in Fanbase soon, real soon. Just stay tuned. We'll get that. I just haven't found the right time to do it, but I will open up a room. And now Fanbase got the update to where we can start putting comments. I need to go in a couple of people already. So, damn, I just forgot what I was gonna say right there. Motherfucker, my brain been gone. Oh yeah, that's right. Slap heard around the world. Will Smith reached his breaking point, and from there, I said I gave it 5 years, 10 tops. If Will Smith does not separate himself from Jada, he's going to commit suicide. I firmly believe that, and I pray that I'm wrong. Now I'm just a little bit more confused, because these two's been separated since 2016. So now a piece of him is still holding on to him. Is holding on to her. Like, are you guys trying to make this work? If you guys are trying to make this work, why y'all been separated for 7 years? No, 2016. 17, yeah, for 7 years. And like I said, Jada said she could never come around to filing the papers or signing the papers, because what was that? You heard it? Okay. I don't like all that stuff at night, but she can never push herself to sign these papers. So it's like, if you're gonna work on it, then work on it. Y'all get back together. but y'all still separate places, which means um, what's this kid's names? Jaden and Willow knows. Forgive me, I forgot the oldest son's name. If I had to choose who I want to be in that family, it's probably the oldest son because at least he looks like he's the one that got some sense out of everybody. But no, this is what happens. Link is posted to the top, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are more than welcome to pull up. You guys have any questions, comments, or anything, or you guys want me to go on with continue my marriage series because we just did part one, and like I said, that's where most people fail because they go into a situation thinking they're ready, but they're not ready. They go into a situation of a fantasy of mine of how this is going to turn out or how this is going to look at how this final piece is going to look at the end, not knowing it takes two willing participants, and this has been a one-sided marriage since 1997. And also, I said, like I said, I said it this morning. Growing up, Will and Jada were my favorite couple. Now, did I pattern my marriage or my relationships after them? Obviously not, and I didn't have to. Glory to God, because my father, watching my father, I know how a man is supposed to move. My mother had given me a couple advices of how to pick a wife, and the people in my church, great examples of what it means to be married and how a man and a woman needs to conduct themselves. I never needed to look at Will and Jada ever. Now, for now, granted, when everything started coming out, I had to, like I said, I had to slap myself. Like I really thought these were good people. Jesus, I was far off. But like I said, glory to God, none of my stuff is patterned after them because that would look extremely bad. Hey, Jess, are you coming up? If so, let me know. I'm gonna try to hold out as long as I can. But but yeah, that's pretty much it for the. Okay, she is coming. All right. So I'll hold out a little bit. Let me go around and and afterwards we're gonna see. Let me see who's live right now, so that way I can see Jay Sweet still on. Lead attorney, I know is dissecting this. Uncle Jeff, Fresh and Fred, Anton is on, and Fatty is still on. But let me tell you, while we're waiting for Jess to pull up, let me tell y'all about. Um, don't want to do part four. Well, yeah. While we're waiting for Jess, let me go through the Mary series real quick. Like I said, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, um, know who you are, know your role, um, build your spouse, research your spouse, and once you find the person and real quick, before we go, when it comes to research your spouse, it's different. Step five is different for men and women. For the men, they're gonna have to go look for their wives. For women, you're gonna have to research where your husband is gonna be, so you can put yourself in that vicinity, so he can ultimately find you and pick you and choose you. So that's going to be different. Now, when you get to part two of my marriage series, now this is where it gets interesting. The topics is when it comes to location for taking someone out on a date. I got three because honestly, it don't take more than 3 days to know if you want to date this person, if you want to make this person exclusive or not. It doesn't take more than 3 days. If you're really trying to get to know this person, and this person is not necessarily in your circle, you just happen to put yourself in a position where you found her or she found you. Oh no, excuse me. No, not that. If you found her, here's how this goes. Your first date, one second, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I had a long day. Your first date, you're gonna take them to a place where you guys can socialize and you guys can have a conversation. One place I would recommend is a day lounge, not a night lounge, a day lounge. Two different environments. A day lounge is where it's like a little jazz playing, a little soft music. You guys can have a drinks and you guys are talking, having a conversation. Now, you're not a drinker or somebody's not a drinker, totally understand. Now, ladies and gentlemen, making her debut on the BTSI show. Like I said, I met her on Clubhouse. Real good people. Me and her are in a foreign exchange group. I will be getting back to that, but I'm glad to see her on here. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jess is now on the BTSI show. Jess, how you doing? Give her some
I can't
time.
hear the sound. What's the sound?
I can hear you though.
Sorry.
Let me see if I
What's
can.
the sound?
Editing. See echo cancel reduce. All right. Okay, Jess is working on her microphone. Let me let her know that we can hear her. So she's probably gonna have to.
Hold on.
Okay, she's gonna reset and come right back. So that's perfectly fine. So you take them to a quiet place. Oh yeah, if you're not a drinker, which I totally understand, the great a great substitution will be a coffee shop or a barista. And there's other places to go too, but that's if you're having trouble with some ideas, that's one place to think of. That's the first day. Now the second day, if they pass that first day based off of the conversation you guys have, you can then take them out to eat. Take them somewhere else to eat. Fellas, pay, I don't care. Pay, don't care. Pay your money, open your wallets, and go to where you want to go. So, second date, you take them out to eat, whatever's within your budget or within your tax bracket. And your third date, take them out to the movies. The reason why those three different locations are important is because the reason why those three different locations are important is because
Why can't I
different
hear?
different environments, different conversations. Let me help her out. Check to see if the
I don't know
bottom
what's up with my
right
volume.
right corner is mute on the desktop. Oops.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can't hear you.
That's
Oh my goodness.
let's see. How would you?
I'm sorry.
It's all good. Take your time.
How do I do this?
It's
I could put my phone on because I still have it from my phone. I'm sorry.
it's all good. Take your time. How do I do this? I just heard
All right,
something.
I'm going on mute.
I just I just heard my echo. Did you hear me? Okay, she's gonna figure that out. So while Jess is figuring that out, let me get back to it. Three different locations, and you get to see how an individual act in those different environments. So now, do you have to take them to those three places? No, I know people who will take a girl to a gun range or take them out to a picnic, that type of stuff. Those are very clever, especially the gun range part, because that's something different that they haven't experienced. Once you introduce uh your date to something new that they have never seen or experienced before, trust me, that's extra points that will go a long way. So now that you have those three locations to kind of play around. Now I'm gonna go over things that you guys don't need to talk about. It's really two important things you don't need to talk about. Number one, don't bring up body count. Don't bring it up. Men, don't. Now, does that say body counts don't matter? In the grand scheme of things, it probably don't, because no matter what she was doing before you, she's with you. Now, don't get that twisted. That doesn't mean she's absolved for everything she does, because ladies, hear me clearly. Everything you do now will affect your future. Every decision you make right now at this point will affect your tomorrow. So with the body count conversation, that question still needs to be answered to a degree, but you got to be creative on how you get that out, or you may want to broach that topic later. Because at the end of the day, everybody has a past. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to body counts, I lost count after 20. So I'm not in no position to really be judging anybody. So when it comes to that, if that information falls on your lap, whatever the number is, here's what you need to determine. Mentally where she was at when she had that many bodies, and is she still there now? If she's there at this if she's mentally moving like someone that has a lot of bodies, you may want to put that on hold, or just dissolve yourself in that situation. Or if that person admitted that she has a past and she went through the process of detoxing and cleansing herself physically, mentally, etc., then cool, y'all can proceed forward. Another thing, a saying I don't want to hear, what you bring to the table, because it shocked me that people say that verbatim on dates. No, that's the quickest way for someone to get up and walk away from the table. Now, last month, did we do it in September? I don't remember the exact date, but maybe last month, a couple months ago, when I interviewed Angry Man, he told me the origin story of what you bring to the table. It wasn't for men to say to women, it's for men to show and prove to the woman what they have to offer in this relationship. So the way you want to broach that it's real simple, because that question right there definitely needs an answer of what you bring to the table. The best thing to do, fellas, is to take the lead on that. Offer yourself to her and telling her what do you bring as a man. And let me see, man says I fixed it. Can you hear me? Okay, now I can't hear you. Ain't that something? What did you do? Let's see. Go to settings. Yeah, go to settings. Go to
Testing. Can you hear
There you
me?
go. Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
All right, we
You
good.
did
Sorry.
good, ladies and gentlemen. My friend is here. Jess
What's up?
is here. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I
You
figured
was
I'd come
just
on. Huh?
you was just laying in bed.
I was laying in bed. I put on my dress. You was all like, Jessica, hurry up. So yeah, I came
Look
up.
like you put on some makeup
I
and
got
just got.
lipstick on and I put my earrings on,
Okay,
and
cool.
I don't
I was
have my
like, you
lashes. My lashes are not done. My face is not done. I'm just
okay.
filter settings.
I was about to say, girl, you just got back from a date. That's what happened.
No. But you
All
can finish
right.
the marriage segment and then we can get back into Will afterwards. I'm
Okay.
listening.
Oh no worries. Let me properly. Oops. Hold on. Yeah, let me remove that and let me make sure I properly give you the correct one. Managing moderator. There we go. So
Mm-hmm.
on the that's what I was saying. When it comes to what you bring, the question of what you bring to the table, those
Mm-hmm.
words verbatim do not need to come out of nobody's mouth. Don't care who it is. So what you want to do, fellas, is you want to lead with that. Now you're gonna tell them, you're gonna tell her, it's real simple. Your 5 year plans. You're gonna tell her your 10 year plans, and you're gonna tell her your resume. This is what I was doing before I met you. The reason why I was doing this because in the next 5 years, I can see myself in this field, and I can see myself in this next field in the next 10 years. That's what you're. That's what you put on the table. Whether it be business, whether it be hobbies, whether it be family, you put that out there. Now, the reason why you do that is because she's going to open up, and she has to determine where does she fit in all these plans. Because she has to determine, can I fit in perfectly? Can I add value to this, or will I compromise it? So do I need to walk away? That's the way you need to approach this without saying. That's like me saying, "Hey, Jess, what you bring to the table?" Jess going to get up and walk and go back to her job. Like, what are we doing here? So it's how you talk. It's how you talk. It's how you approach them where you get the best results. This is all what uh, part two of the marriage series is not only the location, more importantly, the conversation, the interview process. You getting to know this person. It doesn't take more than 3 days to determine do you want to move forward with this individual.
Mm-hmm.
People are serial daters is because they don't know how to take it to the next step. They don't know how to pay attention to the words that they're saying, pay attention to words they don't say, and analyze the body movements, not in a sexual manner, but to see how they conduct themselves, to see will this be, do I consider this a yellow flag, an orange flag, or a red flag? That's where part
Mm-hmm.
two of the marriage series come. Now, let's put that on side, put that on hold. I want to hear what Jess got to say about Will and Jada.
Well, it's a whole lot to say. I know I'm not saying I want that Will and Jada love no more.
that bar aged terribly. Good job, J. Cole.
We that's hanging up. We hanging that up. But it's miss signals, and it's her being double minded. Like originally, when she got caught up with the whole sleeping with her son's sick friend, she made a whole red table talk with Will, and she said at that time they were like having marital problems, but they didn't say, oh yeah, we've been legally separated for 7 years. That's not the energy, and that's not the energy Will was given at the table.
Right.
Okay, you were his woman, and you were literally not even trying to say, you were literally saying I stepped out the marriage. It was an entanglement because you were married, and now all of a sudden, now when you want to be seen in a different light and you want to get your viewers back, because she was having people, want to listen to her and hear her point of views, and now after the whole slap situation, she's trying to clean up house, saying, oh well, matter of fact, me and Will are never together for a very long time. So
yeah, I thought that was
I'm
very,
not the
very
issue.
corny of
Right.
her.
I'm not the issue. And I actually believe in our marriage, and I don't want us to get a divorce, and whatever me and Will agree that whatever problems we have, we'll work them out, and that it's okay. No, cuz up until the slap, you've been crying even to your mom about how you don't want to be in this marriage. You felt like you were forced to be in this marriage because you got pregnant, and you felt like you had to marry Will. And that's been the story to this day. And now all of a sudden in her book that she's promoting, she's saying that, oh, there's like, I think there's like a snippet on Instagram from like Shade Room or someone
Wait a
posting
minute. Wait a
where
minute.
she's
Wait a
saying,
minute.
what happened?
Hold on. Hold on. She
What?
got pregnant before she got married?
Yeah, I believe so. She got pregnant and she wanted to have her acting career. She didn't want to. That's what she's been saying. That was her storyline all through the Red Table Talk. Oh, she had to put her career on pause and have kids. She didn't want to marry Will. Will wanted to marry her after they found out she was pregnant. That's been the storyline. Now, all of a sudden, she's super family oriented.
Let's see. Let's look at her movies and TV shows. Okay, let's see.
While you
Where
do
that
that, I'm gonna
Wikipedia
find the
page?
clip.
Huh?
I'm gonna find. Can you play the clip on here
Which clip? Oh, this stuff that
where
she
she
said.
says, they can't. She doesn't want Will to get a divorce. She doesn't want to get a divorce. She wants them to
Oh,
work. They're gonna work out.
that stuff. Yeah, I'll play the audio because
Audio. Okay, okay.
turn on notification. Absolutely not. So let's see. What did I say? I think I seen this on the Shade Room. A couple in Colorado share footage. They capture a Bigfoot. What? Okay, I'll read that later. So let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. What? Chris Rock once asked her on a date amid rumors that she was getting a divorce from real Will. Okay, that's wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the here's this is coming from the Shade Room. Where's the audio? Oh, there's. Oh, sorry, I got this thing on mute. One second, I gotta put a lot of things on mute. Also, feedback's gonna be bad.
See, she's just seeking attention any way she can get it. This is so sad.
Uh, yeah, because her coach.
Right? And
All right.
completely separate lives. Yeah. It was not a divorce on paper, right, but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now, yes, y'all have been apart. Yeah. But in public, the couple, who married in 1997, denied the gossip about their marriage. Over the next several years, Jada and Will kept up the appearance of a committed married couple. So why do that? Like, what was the reason? I think.
Oops, sorry about that. Well, let's pause this real quick. 20 1997, ladies and gentlemen. No, no, absolutely not. I'm not that good. I'm not that good of an actor, quite frankly. Neither is Jada to be keeping up a facade like this. Like there is, because now I gotta ask who kept who hostage in this situation. I understand Will was pursuing Jada, and that was wrong of him to be doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Jada, can you put this man out of his misery sooner than right now?
Right.
Because you ain't have to do all this. I don't like the whole. Like I said, I'm just finding out. I'm thinking, um, Jesus, what's this boy's name?
Ooh. Will,
Nah, not Will, his son.
Jalen or Jaden,
Jaden. Jaden,
Jaden.
there you go. Because I'm thinking Jaden and Jada came like well after they said I do. I didn't know they got pregnant. Like he got pregnant around the same time they got married. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. He's
This
probably
is
the same age as how long they've been married.
oh, I'm scared to look that up. Oh, but I got to. Let me see. Children, Jaden. Jaden is yeah, he's 25 right now. So there might be some truth to that.
Mm-hmm.
Or they got pregnant and yeah, there might be some truth to that.
Mm-hmm.
Um but yeah, like I said, I didn't know. The only thing I know is now what I know back then is we thought they were the best couple or the perfect couple. And now we
Right.
see that Will was just like I said, I don't like calling people simps unless they deserve it. But this is an example of why simps need to stop going after women that don't want them because you end up with shit like this.
I'm on mute. I feel like over time she made him feel guilty. Like his career blew up, and then her acting career dwindled,
Oh yeah.
and so I felt like he's just let me give you the house, and you can raise the kids however you want. Because at first he was raising the kids to be pop stars and singers, and then she was like, "Oh, you're going too hard on them," and that's when their careers took a turn. When she's like, okay, you don't have to pressure them to perform or tour stuff like that, and so he just let her have them his way. But I felt like he didn't, because he felt bad for I guess making her go through mental illness or whatever depression she was going through because she had to be a mom and not an actress anymore. I felt like he felt bad, but then that turns into toxicity when you're trying to please somebody. So I don't know if he's
Well,
a simp because in his other marriages he was never considered a simp. I feel like the right toxic person can turn you into
I know
what do
what
you
you're about to
think?
say. But here's the thing. The reason why I'm saying, and for the record, husbands are typically not simps at all. Like everything a husband is supposed to do for his wife is in the job description.
Mm-hmm.
So to call a husband a simp is just flat out stupid. However, in the course of this situation, now more details are coming out. Like, bruh, she didn't want you like that. So why are you doing all this for her? And why did you go on stage and slap somebody for a chick that you're not with?
Yeah, she
Never mind the
controls
fact that
him.
y'all walked the red carpet together. What you defended her honor for? Because she sure as hell didn't defend your honor afterwards.
Listen, she controls him. I honestly feel like she's a witch. She has something on him because these actions are not they're not adding up.
Probably some homosexual rumors, but
I don't, yeah, we've heard that too. But
now let
whatever it
me.
is, his career would be much better if he could just leave her. Because every
Well,
little thing that he has, he used to, be popping on Instagram, and then everything is just getting ripped away from him because of this woman. Like, she's literally breaking you down.
well, let's put it like this. Let me count the years that she did not put out a movie. Now as far as films go,
Okay.
it started in 1993, obviously with Menace to Society. But let's see, what years did she not do a movie?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, 2002 she didn't do no movies. 2006, 2010, 2011, 2018. Okay, she pretty much put out a movie every year. She was in a movie. She was in a movie every year. Now let's see. Obviously,
Wow.
Minister Society. You got Jason's Lyrics. Um, Nutty Professor. She was. Oh yeah. Miss Reddy. Nutty Professor set it off, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So yeah, I don't want to hear this. And she was in, as far as TV goes, she was in True Colors in the 1990s, and obviously 21 Jump Street, all this the other stuff. I remember Hawthorne. Oh yeah, she was in
Mm-hmm.
Gotham. I remember that. So yeah, I don't want to hear this about I put my career on hold. Nah,
Okay, never
no,
mind.
I don't want to hear
Well, that's
that
the narrative she's giving.
because, granted, I liked her in some of these roles. She's not a A-list actor like her husband.
Mm,
She's not willing to take it. She's not willing to take it that far than where he takes it. And keep in mind, she went to school for this, or at least maybe she went to school for music. So let me not say that. But you went to art performance school. Will Smith is literally a rapper from Philly, and he's a better actor than you. Probably one of the greatest. Let me be honest. Top five actors, black actors of this generation. So I don't want to hear that he's taking your roles. I don't want to hear none of that movie stuff. She just, at the end of the day, you could have just walked away from the situation. You could have put this man out of his misery, but
exactly.
you're too scared to, I don't know, face public criticism or whatever the case may be.
I don't know. All I know is she needs to be quiet. Like, she's saying what she's saying is not making it better. She's saying it was a skit. Oh, I thought it was a skit. Then why weren't you laughing? Why did you make a whole speech about how you have alopecia and that GI joke was not funny? But now today, like, it's again, she's double talking, trying to win people over. Like, we gonna forget history.
No, what Jada's realizing now is a lot of people is not on her side,
Yep.
and that includes the women, because the women are tired of this. Because if anything, the women will kill for Will Smith right now,
You right. What are you doing?
and just a lot of us is not trying to knock on the doors over Jada Pinkett.
Not anymore. They did.
Yeah, once upon a time they did. I see some of her old photos, old pictures. Yeah, she's all right. She's all right. She was all right back then. I seen better, but she was all right. But that's it. Other than that, how have
Mhm.
you been though? Because we haven't talked in a while.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm trying to be more present on YouTube, but it's been hard. But I'm make more of your shows and actually post some stuff too myself. But I've been
How's
good. Other than that, just working.
how's little one doing?
She's good. She's 13. How's your family?
Mm, I'm gonna put that drink down. Phew. Lord have
Wait, what
mercy.
are you drinking? What was that you was drinking? A beer or what was that? A wine cooler?
This is what is this?
I feel like
Okay.
I seen a glass bottle.
This is a some Vita C. What's in here?
Oh,
Elder. What's in here again? Elderberries, carrots, broccoli,
yeah, that sounds so healthy.
satsuma.
I thought it was something. I thought it was a sippy sip.
Nah.
Yeah, a little
I,
something.
after the 2 days that I had, I should get a sippy sip. These
Okay, you being
these two
healthy.
days has been terrible. Has been terrible by anybody's standards. So, but I'm cool. I'm
It's been
cool.
rough. It's been rough. I don't. It's not terrible.
Go watch my oats. Go watch my
Are you
poultry
getting
stuff.
bombed on right now?
I might get it. Okay, fair enough.
It's
That's
not
fair. That's
terrible.
no.
It's
And I will say that
rough.
that's the only reason why I'm not complaining too much because you think you're having a bad day until you
Hear from other
turn on the
people.
TV and you realize people are really having a bad day.
Facts.
So yeah, that's absolutely right. Matter of fact, I have a couple of synagogues that I need to go visit tomorrow anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But you still well, I'm not gonna give away your location. I did want to let you know I will be in DC
Okay,
first weekend of November.
that's coming up. 3 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what?
I am I'm meeting up with people in the Patreon that I'm in. I'm
Oh.
gonna meet up with some people that night. That
Most of
set,
them are all in Detroit. Or are they all coming out to not Detroit? DC.
most of them are DC, and there are going to be
Okay.
some people flying in.
Okay. That's what's up.
I will Friday as soon as I land, I'm going straight to sleep. Saturday, I gotta go visit the Pentagon. I gotta go visit the White House. I forgot what you call that one big pit, that one big log pyramid that looks over a body of water. The memorial,
Washington Memorial.
Washington Memorial, Capitol,
You doing a
Capitol
tour?
Hill.
No, you're a veteran, right?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Oh, you're just doing a
Mm.
tour.
Yeah, I'm going to be
Okay.
recording. I'm going to be recording from each location, but I'm going to be doing a live stream from one of those locations I haven't chose yet.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Is it safe? Because like in intelligence, you can't record federal buildings or like
Hmm?
I don't know what it is for White Houses. I think for certain areas of the White House, you're not supposed to have cameras.
Well, I'm not
Or
going to
the
be in.
Pentagon.
I don't have no reason to be in the White House
Oh, okay.
unless I get to tell Joe Biden how I really feel about him.
No, you can do tours where you can go inside and stuff like that. So that's what I thought you was doing. No, you just going
Mm,
outside
you know
scenery.
what? You kind of gave me an idea.
But you have to set those things up in advance. You can't just pop up on them like, "Hey, give me a
Damn.
tour."
Um, I'm trying to
Check
think.
online. You can apply online. Maybe they can squeeze you in. It's 3 weeks away. Maybe
Yeah,
look
because I'm
into it.
gonna. But either way, I'm going to be doing a live stream from one of those locations. I just haven't decided yet. I know
Okay.
for a fact it's not going to be the Pentagon because it's not in DC.
Facts. Okay. So the Washington Memorial or the White House.
Is the Capitol building safe to do ever since
I
that
don't
situation?
listen. This is something I'm just throwing out there for you to look into. I think that might be an issue. But if you're going to be doing it outside,
I'm gonna
then
try to get.
okay.
I'm gonna try to get some recordings inside if I'm able to get inside, but we'll figure that. We'll figure that out. But other
Okay.
than that, you said when it comes to your YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, let me put your
No, don't do that yet. I'm still lifting. I still haven't done the first video.
okay, that's cool. That's cool. I
I
just
don't have anything right now.
on the title, I put your name on the title just so people can subscribe to your channel. So that way,
Oh, that's nice of you.
when you're ready to go live, you go live. And also hit me up if you need help with this YouTube thing, I could point
I
you. I'll try to
definitely.
point you in the right direction. Try to give you some tips on how to do this. This stuff is real simple.
It is because it's hard.
What's
The
hard?
way maybe I'm not techie, but the way your setup is right now, it's very difficult to figure this out on StreamYard. But
This is an
yeah,
iPad.
iPad,
Yes.
the step and repeat thingy, the thing going across like a
iPad.
newscast thing. Oh,
iPad.
well,
Now
I'm on my desktop and I can't figure it out.
I can. Well, I got an. You can do this from. Well, I'll give you guys again. I told you guys about this. I think last year, or 2 years ago. When it comes to this, it's always better to have a remote. Pretty much, my iPad is my camera. Granted, I can control the functions here. Like for example, I can do this. I can change this. I can do this, and I can play a video in the background while we're
Okay.
talking.
Off
So
of
yeah, I can do all that
your
on
phone
my iPad right there.
on your iPad.
But
And
it's all. Go ahead.
your iPad is the camera.
Yes. Now,
Okay.
I think one thing I tell people, best thing to do is get a second device, like
Mhm.
a cell phone or whatever. Um, Enter through StreamYard on your phone, and you can literally control everything with your phone, or you can control everything with your desktop. However, it is. I always tell people
Makes
it's best if you
okay.
get a remote device.
Okay. I'm gonna have to just trial and error, and I'll also pick your brain. I think I follow you on Instagram, right?
Of course. Let me double check.
Wait, what's your name? Your name's Chris J on Instagram.
Showing.
Okay, so what's your name so I can just
I'm pretty sure I'm fine. I'm pretty sure. Yo. Uh,
sorry.
no, that was me. Alexa Sky's daughter. Blah blah blah. About wanting to visit. Oh, that's sad.
But yeah, at this point, I feel like it's self-inflicting pain. At this point, Will needs to. He knows that this is not healthy. Your kids is grown. They're not in the house no more. There's no need to stay. Like,
There isn't. Matter of fact, he just needs to, like I said, um, he need at the slap. I say he needs to leave this woman alone, or else he's gonna commit suicide.
dude, his
But
mental. He's not the same. He's not himself when he's on camera talking. He's just.
he's getting better now. I will say this: he is
Oh,
getting
I
better
don't
now.
watch him. I haven't seen him late as of late. So you
Oh
saying
no,
he's
no.
better?
Oh yeah, he's getting better. I can actually attribute that to Floyd Mayweather, from based off of the conversation. Like he actually called him, encouraging him and keeping his head straight. And for the record, I'm really starting to like Floyd Mayweather. Um,
I didn't know that.
Post boxing, him being the mentor guy that he is. Hey, Will Smith is slowly but surely getting it together. And now that we know that they're separated, it's like, dude, go all the way with it. Just leave her alone.
Mm-hmm.
It is okay. There
Listen,
are
you can get a better woman. Watch,
yes, a much better woman.
like you ain't losing nothing really. What's your name?
Yeah.
I can't find you.
Let me how do I want
Oh,
to do
The BTS shows are on. Is that what it's called?
the BTSI show? She played me on my show, but that's okay
I'm
though.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Let me and everything's in the description as well.
I'm just gonna have to just do that. But yeah,
Let me get this for her because I wanna
Oh, I
make sure.
see you. I see you. I see you.
Yeah, because
I
I
know.
want to make sure she succeeds or find some success in
Oh,
this YouTube world because I know she could do it.
thank you, sir. But no,
There she goes.
I'm glad I missed all the chaos. I saw one of your. I was watching stuff in your content. I was like, oh, there's something popped off, some drama. I was like, oh, good thing I wasn't active, actively following you.
What happened? What did I do?
Like last week, I guess there was some type of issues, and I don't do drama, so I was like, okay, I'm glad I was not
What happened last week?
there. I don't know those people, but there was some guy called a girl, some extremist guy, and asked the girl
That was
out.
weeks. That was weeks ago.
Oh, it was weeks ago. Well, I'm trying to. So for some reason, your notifications when you do a short comes up
Mm.
like a text message, but your
Oh,
lives, unless I'm on YouTube, I don't get that notification. Oh, you know why I
yeah.
saw you? I saw you on my Twitter, and then I knew to come on YouTube. I'm like, oh, he's on.
Okay. See, all right.
Yeah,
Everything works out. Best thing to do is I will start putting this in my spill. Everybody, you got to hit the bell, hit the notification bell, so
we
that way,
did. We
anytime we go live, I'll pull up. Now, if you say you did and it still didn't pull up, then that means I am
all.
being some form of shadow ban from YouTube, which is
Mhm.
fine. I'm not tripping about it.
I
Not
don't know
yet,
what
at
it
least.
is, but it's on all. All is checked. I just looked.
All right, we'll figure out where the
Maybe I
mouse.
have to like more of your videos, and then be like, okay, so let's push this guy to her.
Well, and usually what we do is we'll DM each other when we go live. We'll send a link. I haven't been doing that as of late. I just like,
Mhm.
fuck it. Flip the camera on, let's go.
Right. That's how it is. Just be consistent.
Yeah, all
I'm
of
here
this is free.
for it.
For the most part, all of this is freestyle.
Oh, I just seen the
Meanwhile,
private chat this whole time. Sorry.
hmm?
I just seen you send me the private chat link.
Nah, it's all good. It's
My
all
bad.
good. Let
Okay.
me see. Did I miss it? Let me see if any more new Will Jada stuff come out. What is this? It is time for you to go out and get some new friends. Sexy Red, so you gotta fuck now. I'll be by myself.
Yeah, they failed since the beginning. I think you called it. Called it right.
Hmm.
I said you called it right. They failed since the beginning.
Oh yeah.
It was just not a good move. But he loved her. He was like already infatuated with her since the beginning, like you said. And it just turned
And
into
I guess I'm curious. It's like why? It's like why? Like why
she
do
was pretty.
I did? Okay, cool,
She
cool, cool.
was. And I don't think she was a witch back then. I don't know. My
Everybody
pillow keeps
has
coming up.
everybody has their preferences. I guess. I'm not saying I didn't say she was ugly. I'm just saying better. But I'm well, we could discuss that at a later time. But I'm glad to see you again. Glad to hear from you again.
Same here.
Um, like I said, this YouTube thing is easy. Just whenever you're ready to pick my brains, let me know, and I'll make sure.
Pause. That's a pause. That's a
Okay,
pause.
pause. Then pause. I'm. It's too late. It's too late. I'm trying to figure out maybe I said something wild, but if you ever need to figure this stuff out, I can walk you through this. This is nothing.
Of course, yeah. I'm definitely gonna use your contact like in the near future.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
No problem. And I didn't even think I was gonna do an hour and a half today, but it's all good. But let's go ahead and end the show, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, you guys, her name is in the title. Miss Jess Real. You guys will subscribe to her as well. And whenever she goes live, you guys better pull up to support because Lord knows I will. So on your way out, ladies and
Thank you.
gentlemen, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on all my social links are located in my description. $ the BTSI shows the Cash App. Participants waive all rights and privacy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 during the Cash App giveaway. And if I'm in a good mood, maybe 2 or 3 people will get some type of Cash App reward. It will not be $100. I'm letting you guys know that right now. So, Ms. Jess, do you have any final words to say about the situation?
No, thank you for keeping it real. Subscribe to the BTSI show.
There you go. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the B10 Side Show. I'm your host, Christopher J. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Y'all have a good evening.
Later.
See ya. All right, fan base. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, we will be posting more content. I've just been a little bit busy. It's hard to keep up with multiple lanes of content, but I'm doing the best I can. Trust me. So we will start a room soon. Regarding what topic, don't know yet. We'll figure it out when we get a little bit closer. But thank you guys for tuning in. And to Miss Jess, thank you for pulling up. I really appreciate it. So, this is BTS Side Show, Miss Christopher J. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.